Okay, so today what I'm going to be working on is mounting the center foot to the R2D2 frame. Last video I mounted the outer skins to the center frame, and right now the R2D2 is upside down, so this is the bottom plate. I started by drilling my 4 holes to mount the L bracket. So I have 2 steel brackets. I have the center foot, and I'm going to be using some hardware. Okay, my last video I attached the aluminum skins to the R2D2, and as you can see, the aluminum skins are still attached. I removed the screws that temporarily held on the vacuum formed polystyrene skirt. So once we remove that, we can get to the bottom of the center plate. The center frame system is 21 pieces of wood of 3/4 inch and 1/2 inch. And the plans call for you to cut out this center hole, which allows you to mount your center leg onto the R2D2. The design we've decided to go with, I'm not doing a 3-2-3, so my center foot is basically going to be permanently attached. The first thing I need to do, because I did this wrong last time, is I need to mount the black L brackets to the frame itself. That way, when I cut out the skirt, the leg can go up through the skirt and be mounted to the bracket. So let's get started. Okay, so now I have the brackets just attached on there using the bolts, but as you can tell, it's loose, so I can mount the leg up through these two, and it's going to be perfectly centered on here. Okay, so I have my skirt, and basically what I did is earlier when the skirt was mounted, I had the brackets, and I basically took a pencil line and I basically drew where the leg would actually be coming out. So I'm just going to draw a rough so that's realistically what has to come out. And I'm going to add actually a little bit more on each side just to give it a little breathing room, because we don't want the leg running up against the side of it. So I'm just going to I'm just going to cut out a little bit more, and then there's my outside. So I turned the camera off, and I finished cutting out the hole for the center foot to actually go through. Okay, so I have a little bit of play in here. So if it ever hits a bump and the leg moves, it's not going to interfere. I'm going to take a little sandpaper. I'm going to sand this down so it's nice and smooth. Here's the deal. Can't keep the skirt mounted because you need to get to the bolts.
What we have to do is we have to lift up the skirt. We're going to have to put the wrench on there. And then we'll start tightening this.
I put some marks here so I could line up the skirt easier without having to try and figure out where all the screws go. It makes it a little bit faster for mounting time. So Okay, so there you have it. That's the center foot mounted on the R2D2. And then you'll have the whole foot shell for the centerpiece mounted onto here. I'll drill a hole later on and put a bolt through there. But that's pretty much it. It's mounted permanent, stagnant. It's not going to move. As you can see, I left some spacing all the way around, so you know it's not going to hit the skirt. So here's how the R2D sits. The legs are at a 36-degree angle along with the body. The skins are on. So far I've got the forward power coupler, the coin return, and the coin slot attached, and the Lazy Susan. And as you look down inside, you can see the center leg, the center foot, how it's attached to those two black L brackets. For the leg system, I have these two box plates that are mounted to the upright arms with lock screws, and then they're mounted with pins. So they're always going to be at the same angle. Even though these are in, I have two additional screws with nuts that keep this pin from moving. And as you can see, it has a little bit of play, but not that much. Once we get the wheels on there rolling, there won't be a whole lot of resistance. I think it'll be just fine. I don't have the back door on it right now, but there's a picture of the center leg frame system. Doesn't interfere with the back door. I may eventually cut down this wooden piece, maybe down to about there. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to add some extra wooden support in here, because I think this is just a little bit too flimsy. You know, if I had done it differently, I wouldn't have cut this piece out as much. I probably would have brought it up to about here, maybe up to here, and that way when you glue it down the skirt, there's more gluing room, there's less wiggle. This is rolling pretty nice. Hopefully I'll keep working at it, and eventually, you know, one day I'll be working on the dome and getting the dome mounted, and we'll keep going from there. Okay, so thanks for watching. Until next time, we'll talk to you.